Within these trees lies the old motte of Lincluden Castle near Dumfries. It stands next to Lincluden Abbey. The abbey was originally a nunnery or convent, established by Uchtred, who was son of the Lord of Galloway, sometime in the 12th century. However, by 1389 it was dissolved by the Earl of Douglas, who was after the lands and the money coming from it, and claimed that the nuns here had broken their vows, were lewd and licentious. Having succeeded in removing the nuns, the Earl of Douglas set about establishing a secular collegiate church here, with 12 canons and a provost. Most of these buildings are from the 14th and 15th century, whilst the provost's house is mainly 16th. No expense was spared on constructing the collegiate church. The French-born mason known as John Morrow, who also worked at Melrose and Paisley, is known to be the designer of much of what you see. It's a bit unusual for two establishments to be so close together, because not far away from here was the old Holy Wood Abbey, sometimes known as de Conglan. Actually, nothing remains of the site at Holywood. This is a memorial to Princess Margaret, who was the daughter of King Robert III. She was the wife of the 4th Earl of Douglas. The Douglas emblem is a heart that can be seen in various parts of the stonework. Old vaulted chambers can be seen here. The vaulted roof has collapsed. This one survives though. And this is the provost's house. Nothing remains above ground of the old convent or nunnery, but excavations have found a few signs. After the Reformation, the abbey and its lands fell into secular hands. As a result of that, the gardens were laid out. This is the Knott Garden, based upon the gardens that are found at Stirling Castle for James VI. The owner here was trying to impress the king. Above, on the motte, a spiral path was built round it and a turf seat placed at the top. This Knott Garden would have had hedges and paths and was almost lost but a workman, when this abbey was being restored, was on the abbey motte, the castle motte, and spotted the vague outline. He came down and he put sticks at the various points, and then this was re-established. So it's by pure chance it was rediscovered. It has 20 sides to it. There are various other items for a pleasure garden here. For instance, there's a bowling green. There were even fountains. Eventually the abbey was abandoned, used as a local mine for robbing stone. It was then rescued, stabilised as we see it today. The Lincluden water lies nearby. The Provost House, domestic buildings, and this building here is the choir, which contains Princess Margaret's memorial. And amongst the trees is the Anglo-Norman motte of the Lincluden Castle. The abbey seems to have an unusual north-south orientation, and in fact many of the east-west buildings have been demolished. So originally Benedictine nuns were here, followed by the Collegiate Church. This original four-storey tower was probably built by Provost William Stewart. After it passed into secular hands following the Reformation, went through a complex number of owners and is now in the care of Historic Environment Scotland.